Welcome to the Hoop Consultants. This is Mike Procopio, director of the company, moderating this video for you as far as how to get around the player pages. Right now you have two player pages. You have high school players and junior college players. If you just recruit high school, that's great. You'll only be basically using the high school side. If you recruit both sides, you'll be going to both pages. They're both the same. High school information has a little bit more dealing with clearinghouse info, dealing with AU coaches. Basically, you'll have more information stored. Junior college, you'll have most of that stuff as well. But this is geared to recruit both players and catalog both players. But there's a little bit more information stored in the high school side. So again, you say go to new high school player. And here's your high school profile information. So you can enter in anything a player has, obviously. First and last name, we'll put Mike Peters. So again, it's pretty simple enough. Height, just put whatever you want. We'll just make him a 6'4", 200-pound shooting guard. And some things that you should understand is when you're entering schools, you can't just go into the system here and click on school name and enter a school. It's not going to let you do that. Our system's geared towards putting a school in once, having all their information in the system, and then having it here. So basically, if you go to the schools that we've already have, if you go to Bunker Hill, Cambridge, Ranger, Latin, Carver High School, or Phillips Community College, and you click on their info, you won't see a lot that happens on the screen here. But if you go to school and see the schedule and school address and all that other information, once you enter in a school, you'll see everything populate. And again, if another player goes to Carver, that will be populated in his info. So again, when you enter school information, that will appear. You want to put a player's class. That will identify them as what class. When you're doing class ratings, you have accurate information. The rating system is simple. I like to do 1 to 10. It allows me to rate players in classes and positions, but you're not going to rate anybody. You're not going to get any accurate ranking unless you rate somebody. You can have any rating system you want, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 100. It'll put any number and catalog it for you. So we'll just put here for 7.5. Okay, status. And that's pretty important too. Obviously, is he committed or non-committed? We'll put uncommitted here. Is he a high school player or JUCO player? That's important because if he's a high school player, then he'll come in this list when you're looking for high school players. If he goes to JUCO, if you put him in JUCO, he'll automatically be sent to the JUCO profiles. Okay, so what position they are. Now, high school jersey number, it's important that you put the jersey numbers if you have them. So what we do is in our system, it formulates rosters of teams. So the more players you put in for Carver High School, when we cover the high school directories, you'll have rosters of all the numbers and names of the kids that are on that team that you're actively recruiting. So when you go to games, you can identify who's who. And the same thing for the AAU jersey number. It'll give you all the information with his AAU team. Are you currently recruiting him? Yes or no? The reason this affects you is if you put no on that schedule on the mission control, his schedule of that team won't show up that day unless you're recruiting a teammate of his. Okay, so we're going to say yes, we are currently recruiting. Is he committed? Yes or no? Again, just if you have that information, great. If you don't want to keep it, that's okay too. Again, if people who do, it's going to catalog that information. So now when you hit commitments on a certain list, it'll show that school, and under the school will show who committed. With photo, all you have to do is right-click it or double-click it for Mac users. You put in insert picture or look for a picture. What we'll do here is we'll just put, we'll just go to Dropbox. We'll go to, I think I have one of Marcus Camby in here. I have Ricky Rubio. All right, so any picture you want, you double-click the picture, it's going to populate here, and it will save that picture in the database for you. So anytime you're in the profile, it'll have a picture of whoever you have. I just had a picture of Ricky, so might as well use it. Again, all the school information's here, recruiting. The good part about this is you could assign coaches, and you could do that in the home page by You got to put that in, all your coach's information, simple first and last name. So now you could understand who's recruiting the kid. So John Blake right now, we'll assign him to. Is he a must-have recruit? It's different than currently recruiting. Currently recruiting is basically, yeah, we're interested. Must-have recruit is one of those guys that, yeah, we need to have him. And again, we will populate a list of must-have recruits, and you'll get that in a video later, how to do that and access that information. So we'll just say no, he's not a must-have. Academic, is he an academic kid? Yes or no. Your criteria, whatever you want. You could put anything you want for the player notes. Let me see. We'll go spot-up shooter, can score coming off screens. Again, you could put as long as you want, as many notes as you want. It just helps you just taking notes on a player. But don't take game scouting reports and put them in there. We have a place for that. So, I just want to let you know, what the functions are of each tab. Okay, school information we covered. AAU, same thing. We don't have any AAU teams listed, so we're just going to create one real quick. New AAU team. Again, you click the button, it'll pop up for you. You just have the team name. We'll go the California Raisins. Now we'll go the California Rays. All right. So coach's first name Mike Jet. You can have his address again. It's good to have all this information. 100 Jet Way. City, Los Angeles, California. Again, that will populate here. Zip code 90234. AU phone number. Again, it'll be important if you have the cell phone version of FileMaker and you want to actually call them from the database, and you have it on your iPhone. You could do that. So it's important to have their information down here. Okay, AU email. So we'll just go mjet23@yahoo.com. And you just click on an empty part of the page, and then you click close window. So now when you want an AU team, again with the program, don't worry about it. Sometimes it will stick, but you will get the information. It'll populate. You just got to give it some time. See, we got California Rays here. All that information will populate. Same thing with events. When you could add an event. We'll add an event later with schedule, but again, you put all the information in, team ID, and then all the info. You press close window, and it'll populate. Again, we'll go over that a little bit later. So we go player contact. Again, this is player contacts. We'll cover this in another video. It's basically a mother, father, cousin, what have you. People that you have to deal with in that player's recruitment that you might have to come in contact with or contact at some point. You could put all those people inside here. Here's the address of the player, address, city, state, zip, cell phone, email, all that information. So again, it's important. We'll put 100 Peters Way, Los Angeles, California. 90211. Email mpeters@gmail.com. Cell phone 310-987-6543. Again, if you had a second phone number, that's fine. Again, it's the same thing. The reason why we're using this is you want to email Mike right off the sheet. You can do this. Just press the email sign. Whatever your email is on your computer, you'll have it right here. So as you can see, send anyway. Oh, sorry about that. Sent an email to that person. So basically, that will send an email. You could write emails to your recruits and have access to that. Testing, again, ACT, SAT, it'll give you that information. You have the NCAA slide and scale. Will pop up, and just in case you need that. Player communication, do you call them, email them, or call that person? Again, it will catalog the times. You just have to enter the information in. Academic information we'll go over later, but again, you could put in any type of academics, for your core classes. It will take the GPA. Again, just keeping everything in one spot. Event reports we'll go over later, but You go to an event, you scout, you could put that in, and it will keep every scouting report and every event you played. The difference with game reports is, again, if it's just one game, you're going to see that player or a couple of players, and you're not really going to do a lot of reports on different players. This is where you want to go into game reports. And again, you could put a new event in, a new event report right here, or you can go with a new game report. Again, you don't have to go looking for it. It's right here in front of you. Just click it and you're ready to rock and roll. So it's right here, close window. And again, that basically sums up the player profile. Oh, wait a minute, this sort of snuck up on me. So that's basically it. And for the player profile, when you use the JUCO player profile, it's the same thing. Same thing, except there's no core information for academics. It's just a GPA. There's no AU information as far as like AU team. You have to put that stuff in yourself. But everything else is basically the same. Are you recruiting when you're not? Is you must-have recruit? Who the lead recruiter is? And again, everything is the same, except it's junior college will be a little different. If you don't recruit junior college, you never really have to see this too much. We just want to, again, just make sure there's as much information in the profiles as possible so you can access that. Well, thank you again. We'll be processing as many videos on this as possible to make this an easy transition for your use of our software. Hopefully this was pretty beneficial for you. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to hit us up on our webpage, www.thehoopconsultants.com, or you can email me at mike@hoopconsultants.com. Hope all is well, and if you need anything, please let us know. Thank you.